Okay, even though I'm sliding 1 meter per second off the ground, it lets me time warp, and that also lets me check out the libation of Duna on the horizon here, which is pretty freaking cool. As our tanks fill up here. We're also going to fill up the ore tank as well. Because we can convert that on the fly, just like we did coming from Gilly. Or, well, like we forgot, or from Duna. Or Minmus, that's the world we filled up our ore tanks on. We still got 100. I don't know why I'm screwing around with time warp here. Okay, let's jump over to the prospector. He's still fine, which is good. Now, Jeb has to do with the all-important EVA, where he doesn't break the solar panels or the radiators. Now, the sun, I think, is about to rise. Let's just head over here a little bit so we're far enough away. And we'll call this one Ike with an exclamation mark, like I do everything. Nailed it. I don't know. I don't have anything to write. I never come back and read these flags anyway, so I don't actually put much time into them. Okay. Come on, get up in there. There we go. Okay, we are in the ship. We should probably turn off the drills and everything, if the game lets me. Now, we learned last time we can just retract them, which is nice to know. Let's stop this. And now we want to take off to the right with the Z key. Should probably close all these. Whoa, what was that? There was a shadow just went across the ship. I'm a little concerned about that mountain there. We are possibly not as high off the terrain as I thought we were. And we are guaranteed not as high off the terrain as we were 500 meters off the ground. Whoo! A little scary there. Yeah, that shadow might have been a rock from the sun. It's a bit nuts there. Okay, when this gets up to 20, I know that we're going to be good. 25, so we can get a nice orbit. Okay, just for the fun of it, let's turn the ambient light up a little bit. See what we're flying over. Yeah, there's like this huge mound just west of where we landed. That's awesome. Okay. Let's get out to our apoapsis here. Get this guy into orbit, and then reassemble the ship and start planning our trip to Drez. What am I doing? What am I doing? I went way past my... I was watching my time to periapsis, which is exactly not what you want to do here in this situation. Okay. Problem is I'm really raising my apoapsis crazily in order to do this. But there's nothing I can do other than restore from on the ground, which I refuse to do. There we go. Get our periapsis over 10 and we should be fine. Why is our periapsis going down? It is behind us. That's the important thing, is our periapsis is behind us. Okay. We can burn up here to get our apoapsis, our periapsis up to a reasonable number. And then we'll deal with that then. Okay. And that is in 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and just take care of that. I fly good sometimes. There we go. Okay, now he's safe. Let's get the prospector back into orbit. Let's try to do it better than we did with the other ship. Okay, we want to be going this way with him, which is towards Duna. Let's turn his computer on. We're actually going to watch his direction vector and make sure it stays above the horizon there, which I think is key to successfully ejecting off of Ike. Okay, how does our orbit look now? A little bit higher, so we're touching this guy. There we go. Just get him into orbit. And then we'll worry about the connection later. I should have. I'm used to setting up a maneuver node at the apoapsis, so I was kind of waiting for Kerbal Alarm Clock to tell me what I was doing. And while I was doing that, I was watching the time to periapsis go down, when that's exactly the wrong thing to be watching. Okay. Now, we're still a little... I can't even tell what we are. Yeah, we're just offset is all. Okay. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and add our ascending node. Let's fix this. Let's just do all the work. To get these guys really close. That's what the main problem is they were a lot farther off in angle than I thought they were. He's only got 320 meters per second left in him, but that's fine. That's plenty. Considering he doesn't need any, actually, because he could just... He could just wait for the mothership to come and get him if he really wanted to. Okay, now we're definitely in the same plane. So now when you get here, maybe wait in orbit. That's looking good. Burn up and get a nice encounter there. I don't even know why I'm doing this because I'm not going to use it. When the time comes, we're gonna do it manually anyway by eye. Okay, now this guy though needs to close his scanner. And then we'll do it at periapsis, why not? Actually, we could just do it right now. Let's aim retrograde. We're going to start by bringing this down. Not Ike, Grand Tour ship. There we go. We're going to bring this down so it touches here. And then here, everybody's going that way, so we're going to go this way. Look at that. Is that actually 0.6 kilometers? I doubt we're going to make that, but let's try it. Would be convenient. It's a 40-second burn. Should probably be aimed at it already. And what the H is going on here? I have set, I had it set to aim at the other. Somehow I had it set to aim prograde or something. It's not like we're trying to nail a really exact encounter or anything. Okie doke, here we go. Yeah, see, we're way off now though because I did it too slow, etc. So out here we could probably tweak it though and nail it. This is the descending node. So we want to go up a bit, not that much. And yeah, we're not going to get an encounter though. So let's get them back out to here and then we'll just deal with it later. Next orbit later. Okay, and it is the next thing to happen, so let's go ahead and go to it. Let's do the rest with Verner's here. Okay, that should be good enough. Yes, 0.0. Now, here, if we burn retrograde, it'll bring this around and ideally get us a nice 1 kilometer separation right here. And that is not the next thing to happen. The next thing to happen is the prospector probe. So let's go to him. I probably should have jumped to him after time warping because I didn't realize I could only time warp it 100 times. But I'm not going to bother with it now. I'll just take a drink of my water and my coffee. But the important thing is we have finished with Ike. We finished with Duna. Yeah, this guy doesn't have the... Although it's kind of funny he doesn't have land on Gilly. Although, no, he didn't land on Gilly, so that's okay. This guy has only landed on Ike and Minmus. But when we get back to the mothership, eventually, I'll be checking the... Okay, I believe I want to do this from map mode and be watching this. Yeah. So I'm just going to kill this. We don't need this. We just need to burn prograde. There we go. Now we're going to add an alarm for him. Closest approach. That's actually not the next thing to happen, so let's jump back to the Everywhere 4 probe, which I should... You know what? I'm going to rename this guy while I've got him right here. Rename ship to scanner. Okay, and he's got his maneuver node coming up. Might as well get aimed at it while we're not in time warp. And just like the other ship, all we need to do is get past this. Delete the maneuver node. I'll tell you what, let's actually do most of the burn for the maneuver node just so we know we've got it. Then delete it. And then be very mad that it's not telling us that. So let's try to add this with Kerbal Alarm Clock. 16 kilometers. Let's slow down with our Verners. Oh, we can't. Let's slow down with our Verners here. .5 kilometers. Perfect. Let's add this alarm. It's in an hour. Let's jump to the prospector. Things are happening. Things are happening. Okay, where is our target? We don't have a target, but he's basically straight out from us. Grand Tour, set that is the target. Yeah, that's our target. Let's aim this away. Although, we could probably get a little bit closer here before we start worrying about approach vectors and things like that, Victor. Delete that before it pops up and brings up the window there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we want to go this way. I'm kind of trying to watch the ship and turn it without anything to tell me anything. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this. Let's go into lock mode. Let's do this right. There we go. Now let's aim retrograde, not prograde. Let's aim retrograde. Hopefully we're not going to crash into the ship. We're only like 800 meters away, heading 22 meters per second. This is what's known in the business as just fine. Yeah, we're definitely going to hit him. So let's stop. Okay. Now, when is the sun going to rise? Not for a while. Okay, let's get ourselves going in the direction kind of this way. So we're going in roughly the direction we want to be going to get to the docking port. Okay, we have an hour before the other ship gets here, so it's plenty of time. We are by no means rushed. Not that we should dally or anything, but set that as our target. That'll help us line up when we stop here. Right about now. Okay, now we're going to aim at our target. Our target's orientation, I should say. Go forward just enough to get a node here. And then get ourselves going way up this way compared to it. Because we want to miss the docking port that Jeb's on. We want to get lined up before we get close enough to Jeb's docking port to connect with it. This wobble is just nuts. Okay. I give it a little bit of thrust just to hopefully stop this wobble, but doesn't seem to be doing it. Docking at 0.6 meters per second isn't highly recommended, but should be fine. There we go. Okay, other ship. Okay, you've got a full orbit, actually. It's going to delete this because we don't actually care that much. We could actually probably fix this now. There's our target. That's the anti-target. There's the target. We're going to fix because we're coming in at such a different angle, I want to fix it as early as possible. As early as is reasonable, at least. And it's still, yeah, see, it's still wandering away. But it's actually turning now. All right, yeah, now we're good. Okay, now this guy, we're going to aim him retrograde. Oh, jeez. Yeah, if I did anything differently in this mission, it would be to give this guy a little bit more reaction wheels. His fuel supply doesn't seem to be that lacking. It's his ability to turn, but he doesn't really need to be able to turn. It's just it would be more convenient. Okay. Much like before, I could turn the Grand Tour vessel so that I don't have to do this thing where I sidle up to it, but I'm already on this ship. Why bother? He's got 1,700 meters per second. He uses far less fuel than anybody else, so we may as well do all the work with him. Set this docking port as our target. As this gets close to this, we're going to stop. Didn't actually want to completely stop, but oh well. I'm going to bring him around. use his Oh wait, that's right. He doesn't have Verners those ways. This is gonna be very fun. Oh boy. I think we are gonna have to do this docking with this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the docking with this guy. The problem is that guy, when I designed him, I accidentally went into double symmetry mode, and so I only put his sideways Werner engines on. Why am I doing this? In not locked mode. I put his sideways Werner engines on in 2x symmetry. And it basically makes him impossible to control. There we go. It's easier to do this with the mothership that actually can control on all 4 axes. Or all 6 axes, or whatever you want to say. Than to try to screw around with that ship. Okay. I guess the problem there was we were basically going 0 meters per second relative to our target. It's kind of funny. But yeah, this is fine. 0.6 meters per second worked last time. It should work fine this time as well. I wasn't in fine control mode either, which never helps. Yeah, and see the weird shakiness and stuff, I'm pretty sure that's part of that bug that lowers your periapsis. And it's also like drastically changing my speed when it wouldn't change that much if we were actually following, orbital mechanics like the game should. And that's a bug they know about. They're going to fix it. Just gotta wait. And we're docked. Okay. We're all docked together. Everybody's happy. We're a big, happy family again. I guess, you know what? I'm just going to leave fuel with these guys. We don't need to worry about them. They're going to, you know what? They're going to have to be full. We should just fill them up. Oh, why can't you fill them up? Oh, because I'm in time warp. There we go. Fill this guy up too, and then we're heading off to Dres, and I think I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to nail Dres tonight if I can, and maybe even Elu, who knows. And then next time we can start working on Jewel. Yeah, I like my mothership. I kind of wish I could have made this the entire mothership. There's no reason I couldn't have. Other than it needed a lot more fuel to do the Eve and the Moho stuff, with like especially the Eve part, getting to Eve. Okay. I guess we'll use the transfer window planner. Why not? It'll be kind of a unique thing. It keeps popping up. It really wants me to use it. So from Duna to Jerez, let's go ahead and plot this. In a long time, we have a 2,000. Yeah, see, that's tight. So we basically have to take that. We have to take the really cheap one because we've only got 2,300 in the tank. This has got to be very exact. And actually now I'm worried that let's bring this over here. Twitchception here. To land on Drez is going to take 430 meters per second. That's more than we're going to have in the tank when we get there. No, it's not, because we're going to convert ore to fuel. Ignore everything I said. I'm completely unconcerned now. Because yeah, we've got enough ore in the tank. Let's go ahead and just add this alarm. 2 years from now. Yeah, we have enough ore in the tank to create a decent amount of fuel. And actually, I think we should probably try to convert it right now. We might even be able to run all three. Oh, it was actually running it. That's pretty funny. Let's go ahead and ollie all the solar panels. That's funny, this thing doesn't show me ore. It's only showing me our electric charge, monopropellant, liquid fuel, and oxidizer. Looks like our liquid fuel is not going up, which is bad. There we go. Core overheating, shutting down. Well, let's extend these. I didn't just break this, did I? No. Start, 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 and start. Yeah, the core temperature is actually going up. So I guess I can't run all three. Can I run just... I stop this one. Is that going to be enough? Yep. Core temperature is going down. That's good. I think we're out of ore now. But we've also got a ton more delta V. So it's good that I filled those tanks up, and it's also good that I remembered that. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop everything. And get ready to send this guy to Duna in 2 years, which definitely requires going back to the Space Center. Oh, and actually, that's not even 2 years. That's 3 years. The next thing that happens is this guy. So let's go ahead and jump to him. I knew he'd get to Joule first, although I think he has to do a whole other orbit after this. Yeah, what is he doing? He is orbiting the sun. Yeah, he's got a full orbit of the sun. And then when he comes back down and gets to here, he's going to do a maneuver to meet with Joule. Okay. And sadly, we just got to sit here and wait for it. Which is crazy. Yeah, I'm going to stop the stream here, and I'll be back when he's actually at his node. It's going to be a couple minutes, and I can do other things at the same time.